Alright guys, an MRC here with you guys. Alright, here's another episode on the hobbywing. As you guys can tell, this is not a TRX4. It's the Red Cat. And the reason why it's in here instead of in my friend's TRX4 is he went to do the firmware update. And I guess his Bluetooth on his phone was messing up, and it messed up the ESC. Like, it didn't finish loading the firmware update, and like it wigged out and stopped downloading it from his phone, which in turn caused this to shut down or go into like a limp mode, I guess you can say. I fought with this thing for like an hour with my phone, and I finally got it to work. As this is perfect to test it in because I got a defective ESC on this Red Cat, brand new. As you can see, it's all melted right there. I barely went through water and it fried it. And it happened in April, which I think was still in my 90-day warranty. And Red Cat doesn't want to warranty it, but I have no way to prove that's when it went out. So yeah, there went this hunk of junk ESC from Red Cat, and in turn it fried my number 2 channel to my throttle. Doesn't work. That's why I have this little receiver right here. So now I gotta replace the dang receiver in this stupid truck also. So anyway, I got the cheap radio on it, and we're gonna just barely check it out, do a little bit of a crawl video for you. And my advice with this hobbywing system is do not do the firmware update if you can save your settings on your program to this to whatever vehicle you have it in. And you guys will know what I'm talking about, like tuning, drag brake, whatnot, throttle control, and all that stuff. If you can save it without having to do the firmware update, then do that. Do not do the firmware update. It's a pain. It messes up. If you have a bad connection, make sure you have a strong Wi-Fi or Bluetooth connection. It made me do Bluetooth. I have Wi-Fi, but it still made me do Bluetooth for some reason to get it to do the firmware update that his phone wouldn't allow it to do. And sat there and I had to do it like 3 or 4 times for it to finally take. And it still has issues with connecting with the ESC. But finally got it. It saves programs, your programming settings that you do. So that's nice. But man, this thing is so smooth, dude. I mean, tomorrow I'm going to do a crawl video with this guy. And do it versus my Wraith right here. Which, let me get the Wraith out of the closet here per se. We're gonna do this Wraith. It has the smaller tires on it because my Mickey Thompson's right there. The beads aren't thick enough to lock in these rims. It's not the rims' fault. Yeah, these are Chinese beadlock style rims off of eBay. But they're not these rims' fault. The beads aren't thick enough like these tires are on these for these rims to lock onto those Baja Mickey Thompsons. So I put them on the actual plastic beadlock rims that come factory on this Bomber / Wraith, and they lock on there just fine, those Mickeys. So it's not the rims' fault like I thought it was. It's the tire. So I'm going to go with Mudslingers because I know those should be thick enough. And put Mudslingers back on this thing because I like the Mudslingers better. But anyway, what I'm getting at is, as you guys can see, I got the Castle Mamba X in this, 1900 kV. And we're going to see how smooth that system is versus the hobbywing system here. I may have to tune it down for him because I got it tuned up like to my liking, and he's a rookie. I'm still a novice, but he's a rookie into this crawling world of things. So I may have to tune it down a little bit for him to get used to it. But I just wanted to make this video real quick for you guys to show that this hobbywing system is smooth and can be jumpy. Has a lot of power. It's a 2300 kV, so see, it does have a lot of power in this motor system. So, and it's real smooth too. I mean, whoop. See, I'm trying to drive with one hand and all this stuff, but anyway, you guys get the idea of how smooth it can be on this rig. I mean, look at that. That's pretty smooth. So we'll see how well it does against the Wraith, that Mamba system versus the hobbywing, because I'm going to get one of these hobbywings for my rig, probably for the sport and defender and whatnot, for those guys. So I really like how quiet it is, and I like the throttle response, how smooth it feels. Even with this cheap radio right here, it's still really smooth. Look at that, I'm barely touching it, and it's pretty dang smooth. And this radio, the throttle trim's messed up on it, so it's still pretty dang smooth for being a cheap radio that I'm using to control this guy. But there you go, guys. I figured I'd just do a real quick short little run video of it. That way you guys can see how well this hobbywing, what is it, FDO or FOC system is. 2300 kV, like I said. So it's pretty nice. I like it. And these rock growler tires like to grip. Alright guys, that's enough of goofing around. I want to put this in the sport and the defender up there in the 6x6, which I'm going to do a rebuild shop video of that when I get the parts that I want on it, because I broke it on our last outing. But there you go, guys. I might even try this system in the drag car, but I need a 550 can. That's only a 540. But anyway, there you go, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next episode.